Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Muhammad Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Chase Pack. Chase is the host of Success Over Struggles S.O.S podcast. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Chase Pack. Chase, welcome.
Hey, thanks, Sadiq. It's a pleasure being on the show. How's everything? How's the weather over there in Georgia?
Excellent. I go for 2 hour walk every day, 5 days a week. So, it's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, good to be with you and your guests.
Likewise, Chase, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to start the Success or Struggle podcast?
Ooh, yeah. I love that question. Glad you brought that up. So basically what happened, well, this whole past year we go through this pandemic and it seemed like everyone and their dog was creating podcasts at the time, towards the summertime, right? Beforehand, I had a small marketing firm that we built and created a summit. We decided, hey, let's do something for free. Maybe we get some clientele out of it. That was in March. We got together, collaborated 2 weeks beforehand, and created a summit, an online summit. Mind you, none of us had really done an online summit before, so it was a little different. There are those tactics that you implement and can take from an in-person event or in-person summit for an online one, but it is still a little unique and different in essence. So we went about formulating a game plan, finding different systems and platforms to utilize what we really enjoyed, and then doing PR, getting a Olympic coach to come talk, getting a TikTok influencer, getting another sports psychologist, and a fitness influencer, because it was all about like mind and body. I don't know about you, but at least for myself during the pandemic, and that's why this idea came, was, man, my anxiety went through the roof. I didn't know how to really work from home at the time. Getting so adapted to that was a roller coaster ride. And I think for a lot of people, especially if you have kids or pets running around and you're like distracted thinking, oh my, what is going on? How do I even function here? So we created this to really help support people, give them an ease, give them tips and tricks. The reason I bring this up, because from that, the podcast idea came. People start hitting us back up, like saying, hey, this was fantastic. I actually learned a lot. Do you have anything else like that we can, hear and gain knowledge from? Right. And we were like, no. I mean, that was it. We may do another one next year, but keep in touch with our guests, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, months went on. Then decided to take the dive into podcasting like you here, and it's been a fun road. It really has.
Great.
So that's what started it.
It's great. So how is it going once you started the podcast? How is it going?
Great question. Yeah, it's going well. Our main thing, and I think it goes with what yours is all about, what it aligns with, it is really climbing up that mountain of success. Everyone's path is different towards success, pushing over struggles and obstacles. We all have similar struggles. Some are similar, right?
Yeah. Chase, are you still with us? Looks like I lost you. Okay, looks like we lost the guest and he should be coming back. I just sent him a text message.
And
Chase, are you back?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
Oh,
I had to move to another room. I was trying to find what was going on there, so apologize.
It's all good.
Hit reset on the modem.
Yeah.
So now we'll go down here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, you were asking about how's it been going, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I mean, it's been going great. We finally are starting to launch some marketing, but mainly the whole reason for it is to really help and assist others throughout the world and give them something such as this podcast. You know, it's so unique. It's wonderful, fantastic, new success secrets. We see your book behind you, which is fabulous. By the way, I'm gonna have to snag a copy and definitely start reading that. But we love that. That's what it's all about. You know, yourself, you go through certain obstacles that made you achieve writing that book or getting into real estate and becoming a powerhouse, or even this podcast, right? So we love having guests on that have been through stuff. I mean, one quick example for you. We had a guy on who he was a 14-time world champ, 3-time medalist for the UK. And it was so interesting because in 2008, he made Beijing Olympics as running, but placed like 8th, right? And so they ended up cutting him. They said, hey, we don't think you have what it takes for 2012 London Games. And that was heartbreaking to him because London is his hometown. He wanted to be there, right? So he realized this was such a goal. This was such a fire in his chest that he pushed through this obstacle, found a different route, realized cycling was going to be his new passion and his way to the Olympics. Ended up because of, you know, the universe and the positivity, the goals, making it and achieving that success of the 14 world champs, 3-time gold medalist. So it's really cool story to hear, and you guys can hear more about that on the show.
Yeah, no, wonderful. That's great. Chase, so based on your success over struggles or podcast experience, what are the top 3 mistakes or missteps to avoid when launching something new like success over struggles podcast?
Yeah, great question. I think the main thing too is, well, first off, when it comes to anything podcasting or a business, is really having a strategy aligned. So with podcasts, having certain topics or a game plan, a calendar really helps. That's what I learned right out of the gates. I was like, whoa, can't just wing this. We got to make sure we have certain guests on that hit certain topics, right? And so that was an eye opener to me, because I remember the first few were kind of more about their product, I guess you could say, and not so much about a struggle or a bad hardship that someone could relate to, you know? So that was eye opener. I would say also, you know, pushing it outwards and being you're your biggest critic, right? So when you're a host or what have you, I always tend to look at some of the shows we've shot and think, damn, what was I doing there? Why did I ask this question, not this question? Or how did this scenario happen here? Are the guests going to enjoy it? Are they going to relate? You know, and so that's been that to me has been the most rewarding and hardest challenge, right? Is building out. Finally got that whole scenario done, calendar, and then, you know, getting over that hump of being your own critic, which is good and bad, right? And then lastly, I would say, you know, finding guests. There's a lot of fun areas to do that. Matchmaker FM is really phenomenal tool. LinkedIn, of course, Facebook, even your own network, right? Being able to connect, whether it's through family, coworkers, what have you, connecting to other guests that make sense to have on your show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
yeah, great.
I'm sure you can relate to that, having certain guests that relate to the show instead of just some random person that brings some great fluff, but it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, definitely makes sense. So, what are your top three success secrets?
Whew, top three success secrets. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll both have to share on this. I know you got some goodies too. So,
I am the host. You are the guest. People are expecting.
of course, of course, I know. Thank you, appreciate you. So, I would say, I mean, honestly, is consistency is key. It is crucial to building something upward, and that is with anything. If you're a young kid and you're wanting to make that high school football team or basketball team or soccer, what have you, or ace that test, you're not going to get it by just sitting and playing video games or wasting time on your phone or go and play night games or what have you. uh, you have to have that commitment every day of a small task that's going to help you. And that's what we've now started implementing with the podcast, is realizing, okay, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we're going to do this and tackle this and that in order for us to hit a certain goal down the road. Like, one example is marketing. We don't have our social media out yet. That is now a goal for 2021, is to build Instagram and Facebook and launch that come February, and then plug it out consistently, at least a few posts weekly for the year to start churning and burning. So I'd say that honestly, that's a huge one. Consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Any other success secret you want to share as a bonus?
Another one would be really building a relationship too. Yeah, because there's a lot of we all are here on this earth, right? We're all here, and you look at sports. I love sports, right? But any sport, there's a team. Even golf, even swimming. That golfer has a caddy. That swimmer has a personal trainer. They have a doctor with them. So there's all these teams around us. Why can't we all be a team together and help one another out, build a relationship? I think that is a big goal, a big secret in life, in order to help not only yourself but others around you.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I appreciate very much. That's a great team. Team is together. Everyone achieve more. So that's yeah. So you are about to launch, putting everything together, all your on your website, which I'm sure it will be fantastic once you launch it in a couple of weeks from now. Successoverstruggles.com. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're super excited about that. It'll be fun, and keep implementing and adding modifications to it over time.
So, may I ask, who is your ideal guest for the podcast? Maybe someone is watching; they may want to be a guest on your show.
Who is the ideal guest? Great. Yeah. Fantastic question. Mainly we started out hot with some people that are, I guess you could say, celebrities in essence, but then we love having a mix. I mean, we just had, for example, someone that went to jail for a white collar crime that they didn't commit, was in jail for 6 years, ended up getting out, turned his life around, did a 180. So we love hearing different stories, whether you've been through a really hard divorce, or you struggle with maybe a disease, or you went through, just something very time consuming and taxing and very difficult. And now you're achieving what you want, right, on your path. Because success to us it's like passion. It's what you're passionate about, what happiness is, and how you're getting to that mountaintop, right? Pushing over your obstacles. So it is kind of broad, right? The next upcoming weeks, we're looking for people definitely that have gone through mental health, of course, is a big one, who have really achieved a high breakout point in the business world, or even, whether it be the music world or the sports world, things like that definitely are welcomed for sure.
Understood. Let me know anytime, whenever you feel we can help you to find some good guests for your show. And okay, cool. So as we are about to wrap up, I like to ask this question to every guest. So you are on a growth hacking show, it's a podcast right now. And what would you say to your best friend about growth hacking secrets show when I'm not there?
What would you say to your best friend about growth hacking secrets when I'm not there?
Yeah.
So about your show, is that what we're talking about?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Making sure we're all on the same page here. So yeah, I mean, honestly, this is one that we want to make sure we spread out as well. Thank you again. Really appreciate being on your show and connecting and being able to learn from you over time as well. So I think this is something that is beneficial for a lot of people. It says it in the title, growth hacking, ways to get better in life, or business, and find secret tips and tricks to move yourself and progress, right? So that is something we want to make sure we share about you, Siddique, and about your show, is push it out there that everyone realizes what it's all about, and your book as well. That seems
Thank you.
phenomenal.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Really
Mhm.
appreciate it. Chase, we are about to wrap up. What would you say as a final word?
Final word, man, everyone, honestly, continue just pushing through your struggles towards your path of success.
Mhm. Yeah. Thank you so much, Chase Pack, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets Show community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. However, don't forget to check out successoverstruggle.com. And this is Muhammad Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. All good wishes.
Bye, guys.